Hi, everyone. First of all, thanks to Game Jam Plus. Very excited to be here. My name is Adam Capps. I'm an indie game developer with 15 years of experience in games. I've worked on console games, handheld games, Facebook games, a lot of mobile free-to-play, and Roblox games. I now work at Roblox. I'm a director on the developer relations team. So you're an indie developer. You're probably looking for a huge global market that's growing, a market that's not oversaturated, it's not overly optimized, and it rewards innovation and fun. And I believe Roblox is that market. So Roblox is huge. Roblox developers are expected to earn $250 million in 2020. That's up 127% from 2019. Investors are very bullish. Roblox has raised over $335 million to date. And the development tools on Roblox are 100% free. It's super easy to publish to a global platform. Synchronous social gameplay is out of the box. There's no server infrastructure. There's no server cost to pay. So first of all, Roblox is not a game. It is not a game. It is a massive platform of user-generated content. It's huge. Like I said, 150 million monthly active players, 2 million active developers currently developing on the platform. Roblox is kind of part gaming platform, part social media. So this illustrates the flywheel. The line between player and creator is really blurry on Roblox. So Roblox users are both creating and playing highly social experiences on the platform. This creates a flywheel where players create the content that they consume. So what does this mean for games on Roblox? It means there's a ton of users that will go through your game. So I created a game called Dragon Riders years ago on Roblox, just with a few people. And it has over 40 million visits, which is probably the biggest game I've ever worked on in my entire experience in the game industry. It was incredibly surprising. Okay, so here's the overview. Platform viability. Again, the Roblox ecosystem is made up of 150 million monthly very active users. I mentioned before that there are 2 million active developers on the platform. 345,000 of these developers are monetizing developers. They're actually making money on the platform. So the economy, Roblox estimates 250 million will be paid out to developers in 2020. It's huge growth. Technology and tools. I want to touch on the one-button publishing, really important to an indie developer. There's no submission. There's no waiting for the App Store to approve your app. You click a button and you are live on the platform. This is because all moderation happens while you're developing. So by the time you're ready to publish, Roblox knows your game is good. This is a huge benefit because this allows you to make a change, publish it, and test it with real users. And what this has really created on the platform is this beta culture. So some of our top games are still in beta. And this creates this great relationship between developers and players where players are helping the developer make the game that they want to play. So they're constantly testing their games for the developers. They're giving them feedback. For me, this is just truly indie. It's this great feedback loop where players help develop the top games because the top game is always in beta. So on Roblox, any player can become a creator. Creators are creating experiences that they feel are either missing or they want to see. And this creates this successful ecosystem of endless content. And this is why we're sometimes referred to as the YouTube of gaming. And Roblox really is more like YouTube than a traditional gaming platform. So platform viability. This is a graph of engagement hours. So according to Steam Labs Q2 quarterly report, Roblox's total playtime, again, 3 billion hours per month. This is double Twitch's total watch time, which is 1.5 billion hours as of June 2020. Players will spend 3 billion hours a month playing Roblox. I mean, this is huge. The average session lengths are a lot higher. The number of sessions per day are a lot higher than industry standards. And these players are really more engaged because, like I said, it's a social platform and also a gaming platform. You get more players, and those players play longer. So as far as platform viability, Roblox is more than just a PC-only kids platform. So these are some pretty surprising stats. 71% of players are now on mobile for Roblox, 3% on console, and 26% on desktop, even though desktop is still kind of where we started. Roblox is a lot older than you think. 32% of players are over 17, and this number continues to grow. The gender split, which is really cool on Roblox, is 60-40, 60 male, 40% female. In fact, the majority of the players in some of the biggest games is female. And Roblox is also truly global. Actually, 2/3 of monthly active users are international, not in the US. So just to summarize, 150 million monthly active users. Again, I'll say that again, 150 million. 3 billion total engagement hours per month, and 5.2 million peak concurrent users on Roblox. So we hit 5.2 million users at the same time. So on the economy side, 250 million to be paid out to developers, 2 million developers on Roblox, 345 monetizing developers on Roblox, and 2 million will be paid out for premium payouts. This is Roblox just paying developers for players playing their games. So just to touch on the fact that most of our top games weren't made by huge teams. They weren't made by huge brands or giant gaming companies. These were made by individuals. These were made by indie game developers, and some of them are seeing massive success on the platform. Okay, technology and tools. So Team Create allows synchronous collaboration while developing. So you can actually jump in with other developers and develop a game at the same time in real time, which is very cool. So 200 player server support is available on Roblox right now. So 200 people playing your game at the same time, out of the box. You never have to write a line of netcode. You don't have to pay server costs. This is a huge benefit. As a game designer and a game developer, I was constantly blocked when creating on other platforms because I wanted to create these huge social experiences, but the overhead of spinning up all of these servers and creating the server infrastructure was just too much. Roblox also has automated compliance and translation. So you never have to worry about entering a foreign market and translating your text strings. This is all done for you on Roblox. It saves you a ton of time. You can focus on designing a cool game. Okay, monetization. So I get this question a lot. How do you make money on Roblox? Here's how it works. So players buy Robux on the platform. Players spend those Robux in your game. You get a cut of the Robux spent in your game, and then you can convert those Robux into cash. This is generally how most games make money, but there are other options. So premium payouts, I mentioned before, $2 million will be paid out to developers in premium payouts this year. Roblox will pay developers for players playing their game. This lets you focus on creating cool, engaging experiences rather than focusing on monetization. You can also monetize through game passes, private servers, or you can simply charge upfront for your game. multiple option developers so they can create different types of experiences. Okay, more on monetization. Again, Roblox development tools are 100% free forever. Publishing is free and takes seconds. There's no app store, so there are no app store fees. And games see a lot of traffic on Roblox. User acquisition is incredibly cheap, so you don't have to design games to cover your cost per install. As an indie developer in the past, I really had to focus on a lot of monetization tricks rather than creating good games. That's not the case on Roblox, which is incredibly freeing as a game developer and a game designer. We offer support through the developer forum. We also offer platform UA, which is incredibly effective. You can buy ads for your game on Roblox and drive a lot of users to your game for very low cost. And we also provide a great level of support with the developer forum. So each game listed here has over 1 billion plays. These games compete with some of the biggest games in the industry, period. The top experiences on Roblox average over 10 million monthly active users. There are 5,000 games on Roblox that have more than 1 million plays apiece. These games weren't initially created by massive studios. They were created by young developers who have now grown their games into businesses. It's what every indie developer is trying to do. I would highly recommend jumping onto Roblox and playing these games. They're made by incredibly talented developers who've tapped into something that this generation of gamers want. And Roblox really represents the next generation of gamers. These game types, the features that are represented in these games, this social experience, these are going to be the things that gamers want in the next 2, 5 to 10 years. And if you want to stay relevant, in my opinion, as a game designer and a game developer, you really need to take notice of what's happening on Roblox. And the best way to do that is to create a game, try it out, and engage with the platform. So thank you. I hope to see your game on Roblox soon. And I'm going to pass it over to Peter, who will take you on a tour of Studio, show you how to build and publish a game on Roblox. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Peter. I'm one of the instructional designers here at Roblox. In this video, we're going to go ahead and get a quick overview of Roblox Studio and cover some of the benefits that you can use in developing your games. Some of these things include the benefits of being able to quickly deploy multiplayer code out of the box, being able to deploy on multiple platforms just within minutes, and powerful collaborative tools like simultaneous editing of scripts and environments. Once you open up Roblox Studio, you'll have the availability of different templates to help you get started. These templates include everything from code to different visuals and assets that you can use in your games. Some examples include combat games like Capture the Flag, or even a racing game. Once you get something up and running, Roblox Studio ends up creating a place. Each place in Studio is kind of like a game level or a scene in Unity. Eventually, your game can have multiple places. These can be different maps for a combat game. These can be different environments in any other game that players can teleport between. Whenever you're ready to deploy, you can go ahead and publish to Roblox, create a new game, and then set it to different devices. Once it publishes, you'll be able to see it on that device, often in less than a minute. Now let's get into some of the basics of working in Roblox Studio. Camera controls are pretty straightforward, using WASD controls to move, right click to rotate around, and middle mouse button to pan, and middle mouse to drag up and down to zoom in. To work with all the different objects in an environment, one thing you can do is left click and press F to focus on something, and then you can use some of our tools up here to manipulate objects, such as the Move tool, the Scale tool, or the Rotate tool. Once you've saved your game to Roblox, you can go ahead and use the Game Explorer, which is found through the View window. This includes all of the assets such as images, 3D models, and even places that are associated with your games. Importing things is as easy as right-clicking and then doing Add Assets, whether it's an image or a 3D model. Once it's imported, you can go ahead and insert it into any part of your game and easily use it. Roblox provides a wide variety of pre-built objects that you can use to get your game going quickly. You can find these by going to our developer hub, going to the API reference, and seeing all of these in the class index. These include systems like a pre-built chat system, tools, a type of object that allows you to create things like swords, guns, and other interactable items, click detectors, which give basic functionality to click on objects, spawn locations that allow you to affect where players spawn in game, and a wide variety of special effects like particle emitters or even the flexible atmosphere tools which provide post-processing effects like depth of field. You can use Roblox Studio to create all sorts of mechanical contraptions such as moving platforms, doors, and other physics puzzles using the constraint systems. So your game looks and sounds great. You can go ahead and use the lighting system and sound system. In this example, I'll go ahead and add in a point light, and using the pre-built properties, you can customize a wide variety of settings to create the effects that you want in your game. One of the other benefits in Roblox Studio that helps you get your games up and going quickly is our toolbox found in the View tab. This includes a wide variety of different pre-built and supplied assets such as music, 3D models with code and assets, and even images that you can load into your games. Roblox provides many tools for collaboration, one of which is the Team Create feature. In the View tab, if you click on Team Create, you can set up a place where multiple users can work together to move around parts and interact. Roblox even has collaborative script editing. Similar to GitHub, you and other developers can make edits to a script and then commit it to the online version of your game. Coding in Roblox Studio is done through Lua, a lightweight and easy-to-learn programming language. To show off the language, I'm going to show off a trap script. Here is the trap script in action, and here is the script itself. Up here are variable declarations. This is an example of functions and how different properties of a humanoid can be changed to cause the trap. And here is an example of events, which connect the touched event of the part in order to run this function here. A unique part of coding in Roblox is the fact that it's actually built for multiplayer out of the box. This makes it really easy to code multiplayer and networking really quickly, but also you need to know where to put scripts and how to use them. When coding things in Roblox, you're going to have scripts intended for the server. These include scripts that do things like manage around, interact with pickups, and other things intended for every player in a server. You also have scripts for the client. Oftentimes, these might use things like local scripts that deal with things like the interface, GUI elements, or other forms of input where you want immediate feedback for players. In the example that I showed with the collectibles, let's pop into that and see. So this is actually included in Server Script Service, which is one of the common areas where you're going to run your server scripts. You can create code to go ahead and create a set of collectibles and run things whenever players interact with it. In this example of a client script, I have a GUI element to display how many collectibles somebody has gotten. A common place to include these client scripts are oftentimes in a starter player folder. Here is an example of local scripts that do things such as run background music for that player and also manage the interactions that they have with their environment. One thing to know about coding in Roblox is it's heavily event-driven. For instance, if you want your characters to interact with parts, you can do things such as use the touched events to run different forms of game logic. We recommend looking over the API in order to see all the different varieties of events that you can use. Showing an example of one of these events in action, this character has a click detector attached to them. Going into logic for them, you can actually see that in that click detector, whenever a mouse clicks for the player, it ends up running a function to start a dialogue whenever you interact with it. Another thing to know about coding in Roblox is using module scripts. These are special scripts that include commonly used functions and variables between all aspects of your game. For instance, I have a score manager and a badge manager and an audio player in this game that help me manage those respective fields. Going into the score manager, this includes functions that can be run by any in the game, such as getting a player set itself, checking if they can run in logic whenever they do actually have that work. Additionally, when it comes to scripts, we recommend putting the storage so they can be accessed and the server. Once you're ready to start developing in Roblox Studio, be sure to check out our developer website. This offers a whole wide variety of helpful resources such as our Quick Start Guide. This gives you a big overview of all the different things to expect in working in the studio. Additionally, you can check out a wide variety of different tutorials from anything to building a basic car to using our environment tools and terrain. This also includes pre-built code for things like pickups and anything else that you might want to include into your game. If you ever have any questions about anything, you can go ahead and check out the developer forums to get your questions answered and find feedback and cool tips. We hope that information helps you get started in making your first Roblox games and have fun making them.